bla 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 bla.
I am the hammer. I am the point of his spear. I am the mailer at his fist. I am the bane of his foes, and the woes of the treacherous. I am the end.
What's up, Elliot?
Awesome. That's awesome, man. That's just dope stuff, man. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm up early for me. Yeah.
That was an
That's
awesome
all right.
trailer. I've been fascinated with the stuff I've been seeing from Warhammer. I had no idea about any of it. Great stuff, man.
I'm a fan. There's some shenanigans going on lately with the culture stuff, but it's whatever. You gotta ignore it. Try to be looking at the positive side of stuff. So
Yeah, that's kind of happening everywhere, isn't it?
yeah. I try to put. Sometimes you can't ignore it, but I try to do it for the most part. So,
That's true.
yeah, up for today. But the great thing is, by the time we're done doing this, the Yankees will be playing. So
Sweet.
I'll watch the Yankees, and then I'll clean the house and see if my wife will make me a treat or something for cleaning the house. She rewards me like I'm like a dog doing a good deed, being a good boy. So
Nice. I'm gonna make the reveal of what I got so far because
sure.
we're here for the art. Check it out. Yeah, so this is what I got. I started rendering already. This is what I have.
Damn. Dude, you're those lines are a lot thinner than I'm used to seeing from you, you know? Like usually when you ink, you got thicker lines. Yeah. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, I'm going with something a little bit smaller so I can do like these little patterns in the middle. And so I got that stuff here also. So I'm gonna be doing that all around, and then this is like a base type thing layer, and then I'm gonna go back and then tighten up some of the shadows on it. And so supposedly the whole figure will be like that. Supposedly. I still gotta fill in some of these other parts, but it's a work in progress.
Damn. That's a lot of ink.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get I'm just work. I'm like jumping all around different places. Different parts. So I'll keep it focused on that stuff.
I don't know how to do layouts anymore either. That's the
What do you mean?
Layouts on first. Go ahead, you're good. For
Okay.
StreamYard. Yeah, talking about me. Amanda's asking if I got cookies last week. No. I got banana bread for being a good boy last week.
What's happening, Amanda? How you doing? What's going on? Phil?
Phil's in the house. So it's going to be a several week. No, actually, it's been fast. I mean, When did you start pencils last week?
It's been taking a while on my end because normally I get this done a little bit quicker than this, but the pencils took me a lot longer than I had anticipated because I wanted to make sure that I had all the details in before I started doing the inks, and so I had to make sure like these things like because I don't know anything about Warhammer, so I wanted to be like faithful
right
to the look of it. So these little designs and stuff, I had to take my time with it, make sure I had it right, and the helmet, for example, also. So I finally started doing the inks on Wednesday, and I started rendering yesterday. So it's a slow burn, but eventually I'll get there. And so let's get to it.
I don't know how to make you big besides solo. Like,
hey, I think there's like hold on, I think there's.
I'm so out of it. I don't do this near as much as I used to.
And it gets a while to get back.
I mean, I could make you totals. We could just talk.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. But yeah, I know there's an option in there. I think if you click right, there's like the three dots on my camera. I think if you click on that, there's an option for big layout, solo layout. I forgot.
I don't know. We're good right now.
Right.
You be the star of the show, Elliot.
All right. I'll try my best.
Yeah, I'm used to way thicker lines. This is way I don't know the lingo. So
but is it like is it a pleasant surprise or did you wish that I had gone with the thicker line? Because
I was not expecting, like, I've not seen this much rendering. I try to think, maybe did I see the lines? I don't even think Viking Wolf had your little piece of Viking Wolf had this much.
No, this is something that I'm doing like I think for the first time.
Oh, nice.
I did something similar on another piece with Swarm and Armadillo for Shane from King Toad. I did a piece that has something similar to this. But I think this. I think it'll work for the gray metal for the metallic surface on the armor. And
well, there's Eddie right there. Speaking of which, but I have to ask Eddie.
Oh, Eddie, what's up, man?
I have to ask him. Eddie, did you enjoy your Wands Day yesterday? Eddie says, "Good job." He's not.
Thanks, man. That means a lot, man. I haven't seen you around for a long time, man. Glad to see you around these parts. And enjoyed the stream with you guys on the game.
Hold on. Yeah, Eddie's saying enjoys what? And if you didn't know, Elliot, yesterday was Wands Day.
What is that?
Drill deep to right field. There it goes. See ya.
Nice.
Oh, Juan Soto hit a home run. Any day that Juan Soto hits a home run, Elliot, it's Wands Day.
Okay. I got you.
So hopefully we get 2 Wands days in a row. That'd be great.
Nice. Yeah, hopefully. Are they playing today also?
Yeah, it's baseball. They play almost every day. 162 games in the season.
Is Warhammer something that you played for a long time? Is that a new game or is that an old game?
It's Warhammer is a board game, believe it or not.
Ah.
So Eddie is actually been into it way longer than I have. He's
I think Eddie paints them.
Eddie paints them. I've started painting them. I'm not near as good. Eddie gets irritated with me because I need to show him some of my stuff. I don't want to show it. Maybe I'll show him on stream one time. But Eddie's an excellent painter.
Yeah. I seen. I remember back in those days when he was promoting Sovereign Wolf that you can see like all his paint stuff, his paint studio stuff right behind him, and yeah, that was always fascinating. Really good work.
So it's the board game with the miniatures. There's all kinds of novels, which I listen to at work. There's video games. You saw Space Marine. There's all kinds of video games. A lot, more than I can count. Most of them are terrible, but there's always there's a few good ones out there. So what you're working on is a Grey Knight. So you have Space Marines and you have various chapters of Space Marines, right?
Yeah.
So this is a Grey Knight, and the Grey Knights are a secret chapter. And I tweeted Eddie, but Eddie's not on Twitter much anymore. But I tweeted him here. Let me pull it up. A picture of his favorite chapter, and there's very different than Grey Knights, which is my favorite chapter. And this will kind of explain it. So if I share my screen. So here's the illustration of Eddie's favorite chapter. The green guys, they call them the salamanders. Oh, nice. And you see how he's got his arm around the little girl, and the little girl's got a little Space Marine stuffed toy.
Wow.
If that little girl saw a Space Marine, her life is forfeit.
Oh, wow.
People can't know they exist.
The Grey Knights?
Yeah. So if she saw them, she'd be executed, I guess.
Oh, wow.
So that's the difference. Yeah, there's all kinds of differences between the chapters. Yeah, if you ever see a Grey Knight in your sector, you're done for. There's a whole war. So there was one chapter that could not keep their system under control. This chapter the planet was called Armageddon, and the Space Marines in control of Armageddon were the Space Wolves. So they needed the Grey Knights' help. So the Grey Knights came and dealt with all the filthy chaos. But then they were purging everybody that found out about them. And there's a whole novel about the fallout of the purge and how the Space Wolves didn't want the Grey Knights to go around slaughtering everybody, but they did anyways. So it's not really a happy universe. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty bleak. Yeah, it looks pretty bleak. But you told me that these guys fight. They're like the militant wing of the Catholic faith.
The Catholic Church. Yeah.
I dig that.
So the Inquisition, that eye that I showed you, remember that eye that I was like, yeah. So that's the symbol for what would be, let's say, the Catholic Church, right?
Sweet.
Right. So these guys are like the militant wing of the Catholic Church. Oh, Eddie's not a good big Space Wolves guy. Demon Hunters. So, which one? I'm actually into listening to a book about Space Wolves right now, Eddie. Which is what's his name? Ragnaros, I think his name is. So I think that's just called Space Wolf. But it's pretty cool because it shows how somebody gets indoctrinated in and becomes a Space Marine. So those are the lines I'm used to from you, or unless they're just wet, are they thicker? I can't tell.
Yeah, this is I'm using this Tambo Udenusuki. This is what I usually use.
Mm-hmm.
But because I want to do these patterns on the metal, I'm using a Copic, an 03. It's a little bit finer lines. And this flow is really smooth too. It helps a lot.
Dude, I'm beyond.
I'm gonna do like a base coat of this fine line, and then I'll go back with the thicker line, and then do some shadows, somewhat to what I did here, but there's more to do.
Nice.
There's more to
I'm beyond thrilled.
Thanks, man.
Eddie wants to see the lower half of it. If you want to show it off real quick.
Yeah.
Here, let me put you full screen again.
This is the leg. I still have more to do here. I want to get the shadows just right. This is the other leg. I still have to do this white part, some of this interior part here, but so you can get an idea.
Yeah, dude, can't wait to put it on the wall. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See, I've been listening to that book. I've been kind of falling out. I play a lot of video games, but I've kind of been not in the mood for it lately. So I've been reverting back to painting. When I get home from work, I usually do an hour and a half of that, and listen to Warhammer. I watch the highlights from the Yankees game. So I work second shift.
Yeah.
So usually when I'm at work, I'll listen to the ball game on the radio. I have an app.
Yeah.
So imagine where you live, right? So you have an app that you could listen to every soccer game on the radio live, radio broadcast of it. So I have that app where I get every baseball game with the radio broadcast live. So I usually listen to the ball game at work, then I come home and watch the highlights.
That's awesome.
Your lines are so tight.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. I try my best to keep them as clean as I can.
Poor Eddie. So he's been dealing with shit at home. He's been putting in stuff in bins and boxes. So clean up on aisle 1. Sorry, Eddie. Your lines are so tight that when I first saw your stuff a few years ago, I thought it was digital. I was like, and then I found out you were doing it by hand. I was like, damn, those are tight.
Yeah, thanks, man. I try to.
But it's got to be frustrating because that's a skill, right? You have that skill, but it's got to be frustrating that people go on digital and it kind of like doesn't rip off your style, but.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a certain craft to this, not to doing it by hand versus digitally. No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think there's a certain skill. I don't know, like a certain plus, I guess you could say, like a certain special aspect to it that you can do it traditionally. But digital work digital art isn't easy at all either.
No. That's that. I didn't mean to make it sound like that, but.
No, but yeah, I'm happy that I'm able to do it like this, and I love the feel of the tips and the brush tips and stuff against the paper. I mean, I've always drawn like that, and so doing it any other way would just seem weird to me. So. And yeah, so I like it.
Yeah, I've not seen rendering from you like that. This is like, holy crap. But you said you were going to capture that aesthetic that I was showing you. I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I was trying to go for a little bit different than my normal stuff.
Right. Those lines.
The images that you showed me with the where I told you I was going to get that reference. I was like, man, that looks great. That 3D feel to it, I guess, looks really good, and I'm trying my best to capture that.
So what do you usually do when you're just working like this? I mean, you're usually not live streaming. What do you listen to?
I listen to different kinds of music depending on what's on the mood. But it's usually like hip hop. Sometimes I listen to Spanish music like salsa.
So you don't have like a podcast or whatever?
Yeah, I listen to Spotify or whatever's on Spotify, and yeah, just go to town. And yeah, it's pretty much the process.
The internet is pretty cool. I mean, where can you watch something? Something you've been waiting for, and like you get it, and you're watching it being made. It's pretty.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially how far you are away. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big plus with the internet, that I get to connect with so many people from all over the world.
So, like I told you, I've been keeping Eddie kind of updated on what's been going on, and he actually said something you did and you just did it on accident. But what he has to it attached to his arm there, is a psi cannon.
This?
Yeah, PSY. You could have a bolter, which would have 2 barrels on it and smaller barrels at the tip, but you put a psi cannon in, and only Grey Knights have psi cannons.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not interrupting the camera. I don't want you guys to see the side of my glasses.
No, you're fine. You're perfect. I'm so out of practice doing this. I've been doing sumo streams, right? Like, so there's but other than that, I came on for the Groken launch, but it's sporadic.
Yeah. You guys make sure to back Groken. I already got my books, and I got copies. I need to get copies. It's the only campaign where I'm getting copies of the book, because I want to have one in pristine condition, and then I want to have one that I'm going to just destroy looking through it. Because
I keep them on my desk and flip through them all the time. Like, matter of fact, the first one came with a signature, and it's gone. Like, it's not. You couldn't even tell there was ever a signature there.
Yeah. I destroyed. I was hoping that he would have like kind of like a sketch, like a catch up, or I'm sorry, like if you could offer the sketchbook again, because the one that I got from the last campaign, the first sketchbook that he put out, I just like that book is destroyed. It's not in the condition that I got it. I've been flipping back through it, just trying to like get inspired from his work, man, because this work is great.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately. So I've been backing as many indie books as I have been, kind of pulled back and just backing my favorites. So
that's what I'm doing.
Instead of, I've got discretionary income more, so what you're doing now is part of that, right? So, and then also I'm on a great Roquefort cover hunt now.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna just find every Roquefort cover I can, and I'm gonna have a long box of or multiple long boxes of nothing but Roquefort stuff. So, yeah, I'll never be able to do what you're doing ever. I like my stick figures.
Oh yeah, I like what you did for Portfolio Day. That was nice.
Oh, my portfolio.
Your portfolio day. That was awesome. That's the
I gave Kenneth some encouragement and told him if he keeps practicing, he'll be as good as me someday.
Yeah. One day.
So you've been following Champions League or Europa League, or you just stay in your local league there?
Yeah, I just mostly watched the local league. I did catch the last few games of Champions.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the games, but I saw like the results, and people comment all the time about Champions League here. So there's a lot of betting and stuff going on also. And so I'll be walking down the street, and then you see like a betting place, and then there's like everybody standing outside, and I'll walk by and see everybody, all the commotions, and see the scores. And I mean, I saw that everybody was surprised that Manchester won. I'm sorry, that Manchester lost. And I don't know where the surprise comes from, because Ancelotti is a heck of a trainer, he's a heck of a coach. That guy's a master at coaching.
I was more surprised that Dortmund going through. Like, so I said I don't have a team, but if I did, it would be Dortmund.
Nice.
So I follow Dortmund. I played, but I learned in Germany. So, I mean, I'm more familiar with the Bundesliga than anything else.
Nice.
Von Stugel's in the house. What's up, Eric?
What's up? What's up, Von Stugel? Yeah, nerds. Nerding out some Warhammer. And, yeah, man. So Manchester's out, and what was it? Barcelona's out also.
Are they? I really
they got
haven't.
Beat by PSG.
Oh God. Well, they have Mbappe, so. So is that like the thick line for Shadow then?
Yeah, this one here, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm gonna play around with some more shadows. Play around. Yeah, I don't plan any of my shadows or my inks, as you can see. I just like put it where I think it might need to go. Also according to the light source. Yeah.
Yeah, I get caught up in watching it and I don't talk. That's terrible. So do you have a day job or do you just do art?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I have a career. I finished university in 2018, and I've been working before that, but yeah, I got my day job, and I work at that. And
what field do you work in?
Education.
Nice.
And yeah, I was thinking for a minute when I first got back into art drawing that I might want to do the art thing for as the main job, but I like my career and.
Oh, that's funny.
And
he says, when is the solo Elliot project coming out?
Yeah, I have no idea because I'm working on it right now. I have the script, the story for the whole thing that I'm trying to do is finished, and so now I am talking with my editor, who is Brian Menard from Dojo Kun, and he's helping me break it down into smaller books, and I'm currently writing book one. Like the story is done, but I'm just I'm trying to break it down into panel and pages, and I'm up to page 20 something. So I'm assuming it's going to be like a 48 pager, maybe a 60 pager, and yeah, so I'm doing that. I would like to start drawing the pages for the book this year, but we'll see what happens. It's in my case, in terms of my own comic, it's really difficult for me to get much done because I don't draw 8 hours a day. I would love to, but I don't, and I draw like sporadically 2 hours here, 3 hours there. This week, for example, I haven't got much time to draw, and so my production isn't as it needs to be. Especially if I'm trying to keep up with all the other creators in CG and in the indie scene. So I was thinking at first when I first started doing this, like, yeah, I'll get into comics and then do that, but it's a lot of work. I discovered that it's a lot of work, and I don't know if I'm gonna if I finish what I have planned on finishing, I don't know if I'll do more comics after that. But yeah, and this is the project that I'm working on is strictly a passion project. Like it's something that I've been wanting to do. It's something that I had in my head since I was 15, 16. and I just never thought it would be possible to actually manifest it until I came across Twitter and CG and everything, and I was like, wait, I can actually get this done. And so once that clicked in my head, I was like, man, I gotta get to it and work on it. So, so yeah, I'm currently in the stages of doing it, and I've been backing a lot of projects, and I see what the competition is, and I see what people have put out, and so like I have a good idea of like how serious it has to be, and also like you can't half-ass it. It's got to be good quality because that's what the people expect. And so to that end, I don't want to like just put out a rushed book. I want to like take my time with it and make it as best as I can. And so like the story is the part that I think I'm going to be the weakest at. So I'm making sure that I have everything tweaked and just right before I start drawing pages. So
right. Well,
so,
I
like,
will
for
say
example,
this, Elliot.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen the preview of it.
Yeah.
And you do sell that digitally, right?
Yeah, it's right now what I do have available like right now is a 10-page preview. It's $5. It's fully colored. It's art by me, the story by me, which is about the comic that I'm making. The comic that I'm making is called Ominous, and this is I call it a short 10-page one-shot story, because the story that you see in this short comic is not in the main book. It's not part of the story at all. It's just something that I thought would be cool to do, like something for fun. And so that's currently available. All you have to do is just hit me up on Twitter and hit me up in the DMs. I need an email to send you the files. Also, if you like, I would also really appreciate it. Like if I send also a survey out with the file, because I would love to hear your feedback. And so so I get an email and then I send that stuff to you. The price is $5. I'm sorry, but yeah, all that money that I've collected so far is going to coloring pages coloring pinups that I'm doing. For example, I did a pinup of my main character Zadok not too long ago, and I've recently gotten it colored, and so like the money I get from the comic is going back to the comic. So if you want to help support a creator, I would really appreciate it. and so you can get a taste of what the action is like, what kind of like artistic element I'm trying to bring to it. I might want to venture off and doing something like this for the comic also, depending on like what character designs.
You're talking about the hatching?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this type of because I have no rush. I have no pressure on me to put out a book, so I can take my time with it, and I want to take my time with it. And actually, Kenneth Roquefort's Grogan was the last piece that I needed, because I have seen all different kinds of comics. In different genres, like Sovereign Wolf, for example, U.S. Assassin. That's all kinds of different IPs that I backed, and I wanted to see like what an indie take of a fantasy would be like. And the closest thing that's to what I'm trying to do is Broken, and I didn't know that until I got the book. And when I got the book and I read it, and I was like, this is almost like what I had in mind. And so, like, I'm going to swipe as much as possible from Kenneth as I can.
Speaking of swiping, the only request I made from you on this piece was that you're showing right there. I was like, he's like, do you have any requests? At first, I said no, and I was like, hey, the blade of the halberd, it's kind of like a magical. I said, so you put some Roca Razzle in there.
Yeah, I try my best. Yeah. And thank you very much, Citizen, for the kind words, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm a fan of Citizen Ronan. He does really good work.
I forgot to shout him out. I hope he's still here. I'm sorry, Citizen Ronan, but he says Elliot has upped his game, his art game. I love when I'm seeing what he's up to.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
my first time I really noticed you was the Viking Wolf thing where you drew Leandro in. I remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, you didn't really draw him in, but
He was unofficially it's not him. Yeah,
Right.
it's a character in the book that looks like him, but it's not really
right.
that was fun.
But then I saw your Deathmonger.
Yeah.
Because I didn't make people don't know I commissioned you to do this piece, right? But
Yes.
I was like, I
Yes,
wanted
I
to
really
know. I
appreciate
was
it.
like, you could do the Viking Wolf, so I was like, hey Elliot, can I see you're selling your book? You're like, no, but we have a digital copy. So I saw Deathmonger. I'm like, yeah, you can do a Space Marine, like based on because Deathmonger is like a big proportioned.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, the reason why I actually did my this short 10-page comic was because when I first showed off Deathmonger, I did it on the live stream, like I showed him off with the colors and everything. I got a lot of great feedback. Like people really liked that character and the design, and it was actually a lot more enthusiastic than I had originally planned. And I was like, wow, people really like this guy. So I felt like it'd be a waste because that character Deathmonger doesn't actually make an appearance in the book until the second book. So in this first book, you're not really going to see him. Right. And so I was like, I don't want people to wait that long to see him in action. So I was like, I think it'd be really cool if I see him fighting my main character, not just for fun, not just for shits and giggles. And I think people will like that. And I did, and I put it out, and people have been enjoying it. And yeah, you can get a copy today.
I saw it, and I mean, I gave you some critiques, but the positive. Also, the positives. You're really good at action sequences, and you're very good with you're very dynamic in that book. The action flows well because I mean it's a fight. I mean I'll spill that. How about that? It's a fight scene.
Yeah.
It's a fight scene, and it flows so well. You're really good at that. So yeah.
Thank you. And yeah, so also another advertising thing I wanted to throw in here was I'm going to be making my debut on the Red Valkyrie art auction on May 11th.
And you're going to have
I'll have a bunch of art.
So you're going to hold on. You're going to have the godlike thing.
Yeah, I have it's going to be a bunch because I have a bunch of art that I'm trying to hopefully sell, but I know shipping is expensive, and so to like counter that, I'm going to offer like 2 or 3 pieces, like 2-3 piece bundles for the same price. So
okay.
So hopefully people like it. So yeah, I got if you scroll through my through my Instagram or Twitter, you'll see like some of the artwork that I have.
Yeah, and, right now. Hold on.
I got a piece I did a Type 1 Ripper Destroyer. I got Godlike. I got an Isom piece that I did for that fan art contest last year, I think it was. I got the Swarm versus Armadillo piece, and coupled with that, I'm going to offer like other pieces of art. They are all 11 by 17, so it's all this size. And I'm also going to offer there it is. Yeah, I'm going to offer that piece up for sale. I'm also going to offer if I make any purchases, if anybody gets any art, they're also going to get prints. I'm also going to send them a copy of the comic so you can get that also for your purchase. And so yeah, hopefully you guys can get some art and
so that's the Isom because I haven't back, but I'm guessing that's Isom right there.
Yeah. I did that for the contest.
And that's Type 1 and Reaper Destroyer.
Yeah. And so hopefully you guys check that out. And
that's that one you did for your brother.
Yeah. And yeah, so those are the pieces that I have up. And yeah, I did that piece was for B.A. Turner for Vigilante's Creed, and that's actually a print that you get from the book. So you can still back that now, Vigilante's Creed, and then you get that print. along with the awesome art from Corey Barton and Joe Ball and who else was on there?
I'm gonna want a high res of this, Elliot.
Yeah, I don't know if I should put that up for sale either. And actually, that piece is done on a smaller. It's like on half of the size of this one.
Is it?
And
this is probably the best fan Groken that I've seen. Eric says, "I love your line art."
Hey, thank you very much, Eric. Man, that means a lot, man.
Do you have any pieces for Todd McFarlane's art?
Yeah,
art cuts. I think I've seen it, right?
I did. I did a plague. I did the plague. That guy right there on the right.
Yeah,
the screaming guy on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Plague Spawn. I did that. That's up for sale. If you're in the chat during the auction and you want that piece, yeah, just let me know and I'll throw it in there.
Could some of these guys contact you and buy it before the auction?
Yeah. Also, yeah. No problem at all. And I have to. There's like the shipping is expensive, but I'll negotiate as best as I can. Because I am interested in selling it.
Oh, that there you go. Also, this is kind of what's similar to what I didn't see this. Yeah, this is similar. Don't talk while you're eating.
Yeah, is that me?
No, it's just me.
My bad. Yeah, so I have all of these pieces available, and you can I'll do like bundles. Like I do like 2 pieces for the price of 1. I have that one also available if anybody's interested in that piece. I did that for Hero, from that's from Muttman and Macho Dan from Breaking Rad. Really cool guys.
And some turtles.
Yeah, the sketch cards also. I have sketch cards. I won't have any available at the auction, but I'm always up for sketch cards, and shipping is free on those. Yeah, so if you guys want any sketch cards, hit me up.
That's your guy, right?
Yeah, that's the character from Ominous. That's his name is Silas. He makes a brief appearance in the book, a very brief appearance, but he plays a major role in the story. So yeah, and if you scroll up a little bit, there's a picture of a book with Ominous on the title. Scroll up a little bit more.
Oh, here,
right there. Yeah. That's the actual script. And so I'm reading all of that and then writing it page by page, and so that's currently what I'm working on in terms of the comic itself. So yeah, so it's in progress. It's work. I'm working on it.
And that's your baddie.
Yeah, that was a drawing from back in 2019, and I've since upgraded his look and. Yeah, that's what he used to look like back in the day. He hasn't changed that much. Nice Spider-Man piece.
The Lucent, I guess?
Yeah, that was my entry for the Lucent. I didn't know what to do with that.
Have you ever won any of these fan art contests yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
maybe one day.
Maybe.
I think I came really close with the Wraith of the God fan art. Because Lepresti commented and congratulated me on that piece.
Has this been sold or is it still available? This King Cryptid?
Yeah, that's also available. King Cryptid is also available.
There you go. Is that 11 by 17?
Yeah, that's a big piece. That's a big piece.
Or A4, if you will.
A3.
A3, okay.
Yeah. A4 is half the size of an A3.
Okay.
Yeah, so all this stuff is going to be available. Yeah, so if you like any of these pieces before the auction, yeah, get in contact with me.
King Cryptid, there you go.
Yeah, that King Cryptid was actually published in issue 3 and 4.
I came close. I saw your stream and I came close to buying this outright from you.
Oh, nice.
But
that's also available. Like I'm actually gonna pair that one up with another drawing, so you can get. I think I'm gonna do like a godlike and then the DC Batman Trinity thing together, and for the price of shipping.
Was that Dogman? I don't know where.
I think further down.
Is it? Did I scroll back
in the
up?
center? In the center? That one? Was it talking about
I know Eddie Winkler. That's some furry shit. Eddie Winkler be down with that.
that? Yeah. That was also that was a cover art I did for a comic called God Slayers, and that's going to be the cover for that trade paperback, I think. And I got the colors for it. They were colored by Dan Kemp. It came out pretty dope.
Yeah, there's some Kirby Crackle. Run the Silver
yeah.
Surfer.
Yeah.
So there you go. We're looking at all your stuff. That's fun.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
There's Venom.
Yeah.
King Cryptid. That's pretty nice. Yeah. I like I like their rendering for his fur there.
Yeah, thank you. I tried to I tried to make it like some kind of fur to it. Yeah, that was actually I took out an ad on in that campaign.
Oh, you did?
He had those options, like if you wanted to promote, if you wanted to do an ad, you can pay and then put your stuff there, and I put that drawing in the piece for King Cryptid. I wanted to have some kind of King Cryptid piece in the book in some way or form. And that recent picture you showed was my Wraith of God entry.
Yeah, Wraith of God, right?
That book's also great. You guys should get that if you haven't got it. I love the Precious figure work. This stuff is really great. And that's the cover I did for Fall of Man, which is from Paul Bird. And that's a cover for issue 2. And, I got a lot of this stuff. I don't know if I should sell that.
I like that, actually.
I don't know if I should sell that. I like that one.
Do you have any of your own stuff hanging on your wall?
No, actually, I have this tradition thing with my daughter that I draw something for her every year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I draw like the things that she likes, like the cartoon characters that she likes.
Right.
So I've drawn this Disney movie Encanto. I've drawn Peppa. I've drawn all kinds of stuff, and that's hanging on her wall.
Oh, nice.
So I got that stuff hanging on her wall. I drew Spider-Gwen. She likes Spider-Gwen, and the only thing that I have on hanging up on my wall that's mine is Art of Ominous, just to keep me just to remind me that I still gotta work on that.
Right.
Don't forget about us.
Yeah, that's how I know you mostly. Is you're just pretty positive, but you're always like posting what you've been doing. Even, I mean, I haven't been around near as much as I used to be, but you're always posting what you're working on. I always enjoyed seeing it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you've been missed, man. You and Eddie, man. I haven't seen Eddie hang out in a while, man. You guys have been missed. You guys remind me of nicer days in CG.
Octopus Cowboy could take the Wraith, says Von Stugel. And then Eddie says Elliot is a hybrid between Mark Bagley and Alex Suviuk.
Oh, wow. Man,
Two Spider-Man artists item on Spider-Man, always Spider-Man. And Cyclops. Ugh.
You don't like Spider-Man and Cyclops?
I'm a DC guy.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Elliot is about his craft, says Guapo.
Yeah, definitely. I try my best.
More of us coming. My sinuses are killing me. Freaking Kansas. We live around a bunch of farmland around my city.
Yeah.
And they burn the fields every spring. And it just drives me nuts.
And that kicks up your allergies.
Yeah, yeah. Not only Eric, not only am I a Batman DC guy,
The worst
I'm
guy.
also a Yankees fan.
Oh man. And he plays Warhammer.
That's correct. I don't read the books with Cyclops in them. I don't read the books with Wolverine in them or Gambit.
That's crazy. I love Cyclops.
You guys are soul brothers, you and Eddie. Can you draw? Can you draw furries? Oh, Eric says he's a Yankees fan too. I mean, Eric obviously had a happy Juan's Day yesterday at Elliot.
Ah, nice, yeah. Happy Juan's Day, Eric.
No, that was yesterday. We haven't had. Maybe it'll be Juan's Day. We won't know. They play in an hour and a half or so.
Sweet.
I would say that I also, with what you're doing now, is you capture the, I don't know how you would put it, the dimensions of like the skulls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's depth. That's the word I'm looking for. You capture that depth to it.
Thanks, man.
Those are gold in color, not white.
Sweet.
Not that it matters.
Yeah.
I'm just talking to myself.
Not to put any pressure on you, Leroy, but were you planning on coloring this?
Oh, we want to get into that, huh? So, I have been playing in Photoshop quite a bit.
Sweet.
But I don't have I've been doing it by mouse, which sucks.
Okay.
Photoshop with a mouse, I don't have so I've been talking to my wife and I think I'm going to get an iPad.
Sweet.
And I don't like Photoshop. So I think I'm going to get Procreate. So I don't know if I want to color this because of the intricate hatching yet.
Yeah,
that's why I asked for the high res of the Grokin. I was like, I bet I could color that. Because I don't know what to do with, because I don't know how to handle rendering, like as a colorist, I'd have to figure that out.
That's true.
I love it though. That's like, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't want to like say, okay, I'm going to jump right into this. This takes a big boy colorist, I think, with all the rendering. Maybe not. I don't know. I might give it a shot, but yeah, I've been talking to the wife about getting an iPad, just an iPad Air, because I don't want to get a Wacom because I'm never going to draw. I don't have it in me. But I'm starting to understand how to flat and all that. But yeah, using a mouse to do that, no good. No fun.
No bueno.
Yankees and Angels. Eddie's a Braves fan so we have a
Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
I'm a Bobcats fan.
What?
A Bobcats fan.
Bobcats.
Oh no, wait, that was basketball, I think.
That's a Wildcat. That's Kentucky.
No, I was thinking of Charlotte Bobcats. That's
NBA.
But Charlotte, they had a team also. They had I think it was minor league though. I don't think it was major league. They had a team. Jeez.
There's so many minor league teams, I can't really keep up. So, are you still available for commissions?
Me, yeah. I'm always. That's another thing that pushes me back because like for example, I get a commission and I work on the commission, but each commission that I do is like a page that I don't do in my book. So,
do you mind? I mean, what would you rather do?
No, but it's like because it's like it's a double-edged sword. Like in
Mhm.
one way, it takes away time from me drawing my stuff, but then
Mhm.
it also pays for like others, like colors and other things that I do on myself. So it's something that I need. But
There's
yeah,
worse
I don't
things you
mind.
could
I
be
don't mind.
doing.
What happened?
There's worse things you couldn't be doing than sitting at home and drawing. Sitting at
Yeah.
home with your family and drawing.
Drawing furries.
Oh, you should be Eddie's artist. Like giving Eddie a hard time about that. So
Is that why he decided? Is that why he decided to go with the wolf, the sovereign wolf thing? Because into that furry stuff.
That's what I tell him, but that's not the case. So have you read Sovereign Wolf?
Yeah.
So at the end, he has that scene where like they're all in the one location, and I told him it was like the Legion of Furries. It's a good book. That's why I don't want to turn anybody off because it's not.
Yeah.
I just like to poke at Eddie a little bit, poke at the bear.
Sovereign furry. Oh, that's awesome.
Poor Eddie.
No, that was a good book, and I particularly liked the artist at the end of. There was like a backstory, a comic at the end. It was like I think it was like 8-10 pages. That the guy who did that, I thought it was. Really
Is that the one with his mom?
No, I think it was because he had an initial story, and then he redrew that story with a new artist. It was like the origin of Sovereign Wolf.
Right.
And yeah, that was I like the artist on the when they redid it, like that artist. I thought he did a really good job. I like this artwork. But yeah, the colorist, great work. He ended up on Arc Athena, and good stuff, man.
I don't remember that game on Stugel. What I see of Eddie's book reminds me of the fighting game Bloody Roar. I don't remember that game.
Eric writes his way.
Eddie writes his scripts in his furry costume. I'd like to see Eddie's furry costume. I think it'd be a bear.
One?
It'd be a bear, I think.
It'd be a wolf.
I'd like to see Eddie in a cat furry costume where he licks his paws and then wipes it on his head like a cat.
Oh man. Eddie has left the chat.
Construction worker by day, furry by night. Writing scripts.
I was thinking for a minute that Eddie had decided to like not continue doing any more comic art after the review you guys gave him.
We gave him a good review.
Yeah.
I thought
I remember that. That was one of the first reviews I saw that you and George did for him. Yeah. I thought it was good, but I don't know. I'm wondering why he disappeared.
He said we see Sovereign 2 by the end of the year. So
sweet.
And he's not done. Mm-hmm. So you didn't know anything about Warhammer when I started showing you these models. Like,
no.
What did you think? Like, oh no, or because
I thought because I'm a Transformers fan. I like Transformers and I like that aesthetic and like robots and metals and gear and stuff like that. For example, in my comic, my main character, he also works with tech. Like he's got tech stuff, and so like drawing tech is something that I like. Like I love, for example, how Roquefort approaches tech, and so like like when I saw that, I was like, man, because for example, I've never drawn a Transformers piece out of like fear of like getting the things prospectively right and stuff like that because it looks challenging. And so when I saw this, I was like, this is going to be challenging, or hopefully it's not that bad. And yeah, it hasn't been too bad. Like in this piece, for example, getting the perspective was crucial. I redid this particular piece here. I redid some of these pieces. Because like I laid it out, I drew it, then I left it alone. Went back the second day and looked at it again. I was like, I think I need to readjust a few things. Um, but I think once I got a hang on it, yeah, I think it came out pretty good, and yeah, I feel more confident taking on other stuff like this.
You got the perspective. Everything's good. I mean, even like the shield on his left shoulder.
Yeah,
you done that. Yeah, like first I wasn't there, and I was like, well, maybe he's not going to put it in. I wasn't going to say anything, but then you put it in. I'm like, damn, you would put that in. So
yeah,
and you got to write it. So
yeah, thank you. I wanted to make sure that I did what a fan of Warhammer would expect. Like for example, like I love the Turtles. That's like my IP, from back in the day. And so like when I see Turtles art, I have a certain style aesthetic that I personally like. And so not everybody can capture it. Not everybody has it. Especially now we have new iterations of the Turtles, so people draw it many different ways. I like a grittier approach to them, and so I know, for example, like there's specific elements that if you don't get right, then you can see like, okay, this guy doesn't know too much about the IP. So like I didn't want that. I didn't want to give that impression on this. Like I wanted to make sure that I did as much.
Well, I do have. I'm going to make a request now that I'm seeing it, but I'll make it when we're done. Like, and I know you're inking, but I think it could still be. If not, it's fine. But when we get done, but a Mortal Rising comic book isn't in the house. I don't.
Who?
A Mortal Rising.
Oh, okay. Book. Oh, what's up, man? What's going on?
I figured you might know them, him, her. Yeah. So.
What's going on, man?
Yeah, this is better than I had dared dreamed. So. Because when I contacted you, you're like, I don't know anything about Warhammer. I'm like, but you've always been so positive, and you could draw a big, like I said, your Deathmonger and the Viking Wolf, and I'm like, I bet he can do it. Yeah, better than I had dreamed.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
So, but I am learning that I kind of like going through Warhammer. I've like the grayscales, like ink washing, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
Like I want to learn how to do that digitally.
Yeah, it can be done. Yeah. Everything can be done digitally.
Yeah. But it could be a good hobby. Like I said, I've been sitting here messing with Photoshop, so it could be a good hobby. I don't like this with Photoshop too. I don't like it. You have to be at your computer. So even if I got a tablet that wasn't an Apple, I'd have to use Photoshop, and you'd use probably a Wacom for a Wacom or Cintiq. You have to be at your computer for those. With the Apple, with the iPad, you could just take it. I could go like sit in my recliner and watch the Yankees while I'm doing it, or Dortmund or whatever.
Yeah.
The national team beat Mexico 2-0. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
So you get Saturdays and Sundays off with your job then?
Yeah, I get the weekend off, and then hang out with the family, and then Monday back at it again.
Back at it.
And and then Mondays in the morning. During the week in the morning is when I draw, and yeah, that's usually the only time that I have available to draw. And then once the morning is done, I have to go. And yeah, that's the good thing.
Yeah, that's got to be like, that's an intricate little area right there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There you go. Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. There's never a way. Like you, how long have you been drawing since you were a kid? I imagine.
Yeah, I've been drawing since I was like 8, and then I stopped drawing around 24-ish, and I took a 10-year hiatus. And then when I finished university, I had a bunch of free time because I was doing projects and stuff, and I was like, what do I do to take up this free time now? So I decided to get back into drawing, and it was in 2018 when I came back to drawing. And then in 2018, I started learning how to ink because I had never inked before. And so from 2018 to now, I've been practicing inking for the first time. And so
damn, dude, it looks like now, dude, it's looking so good. Even like,
thanks, man.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't know how to tackle this. Like, I'd have to watch videos for coloring. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way. Actually, I could probably find some of your stuff colored. We have that. So let me share it.
Yeah, I got a few pieces colored.
Well, this is the cover you did for somebody, I think, or maybe it's a pinup. I'm not sure, but there you go.
Yeah, that's Colonel Ironsides from Telepathic Bunny, and yeah, I think he's gonna make that a print.
There you go.
And yeah, that was colored by somebody I'm not too familiar with, but he did. I think he did a pretty good job.
And I've seen that.
Yeah, that's that's a pinup I did last year with my characters. The colors were done by the guy who's also coloring my comic. His name is Emmanuel Ordaz, and he's a really good.
Did you draw this Jesus here?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I see your signature now because you share that every Easter. So.
Yeah. I have to update my Jesus piece. Need to get a new one. And,
community service. Yeah, I want to. If you will, I'd love to get a high res of that just to practice on.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. No problem.
King Cryptid. If I was a King Cryptid fan, I'd want this. This is pretty good. I like this. I haven't got King Cryptid yet, but my man Russ Leach is going to draw an issue, and
Russ is on the book.
No, he's going to draw. He's going to draw an entire issue, and I'm not sure if it's October or November. So I think it's the next campaign. I'll have to back.
Nice.
The only thing I got from Pete is I have a copy of the Roquefort cover that he did.
Sweet.
But it's not that I love Pete. I think but there's never been an IP or a series that he's done that's captured me, kind of thing. So.
Yeah, I've read some of the comics that they offered at Alterna, and yeah, they're pretty good. I didn't get into Blood Realm though. I read it and I didn't get into it. Yeah, it did tickle my fancy.
Ponchtugal says King Cryptid is great. Well, I will. I'll get my first taste of it when Russ draws it. So.
Yeah, King Cryptid is good. Really, really good. It's a nice throwback to those good days back in the 90s of great storytelling and art. Yeah, good stuff. I like that. I like what he did. I like his approach also that to tackle this whole artist thing, or because art takes a long time, and so I like what he's doing with having multiple artists do the art. I think that's a really smart move. Yeah, there's a lot of artistic. There's a lot of different artistic nuances from the different interpretations that he's putting in.
I am beyond thrilled, man. Watch it come together. what you're doing now.
Sweet. Thank you, man. Yeah, man, I got big shoes to fill because this is gonna be. He showed me where it's gonna go on the walls. Like, man, it's gonna go right next to a Roku fort. I gotta make this good.
Well, you know, like, so you could find Batman and Spider-Man and all you could find. There's not a lot of good illustrations of Space Marines. You know, see, it is something you have to like almost have to get
That is
custom
true.
made. And so when I started looking, I was looking for people that did commissions, and everywhere I looked was like digital. It's like, no, I don't want digital, you know. So when I thought about messaging, I was like, he'll say no, you know, but you didn't. So there you go.
Really difficult for me to. No, I mean, yeah. You told me what you wanted, and I was like, I don't know what it is, but if you show me some reference pics, I can probably.
Luckily, there's plenty of that.
Yeah.
But there's that one, and he's not your style at all. But the very first one I showed you, like, I don't even know where that is. Somebody's got it hanging up, and I'm kind of like, damn, I like that too. That's one of the few that you see that's not digital, but most of it's all like if I did a Warhammer 40K search, it'd be so much digital art.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff like that you have that's not colored. I was like, man, I wish that was colored. Like the Groken piece is the perfect.
Yeah.
I saw that. And I'm like, man, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna learn. I'm gonna learn how to color. That's what I thought. So I got Photoshop out. I did one stream of it, and Chauncey was in there. When I was coloring Captain America, it was the very first time I had used Photoshop, and I did it live.
Oh wow!
He told me I had like Kirby rolling over in his grave.
Oh man, that's just give me a second. Hold on, just 1 second. I need to turn off just for a second.
Sure.
Just.
I didn't know you were a Keen Cryptid backer, Stugel. You're never very vocal. Other than Groken. Speaking of Groken, we're 30 days. 30 days through the halfway through today. Do the campaign.
Halfway through the campaign?
30 days left. Yep.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't broken 100K yet.
Yeah, I've noticed that funding around our pocket of indie is kind of not funding as
low.
well as it has been. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the inflation. I don't know. I mean, I have my theories, and I'm not going to get into it here because I don't really want to. But yeah, you do repost them. Yeah, I see how you got the dagger and the skull there on the shield on the shoulder. You have it like popping out. Like you did such a good job with this on that.
Like this?
No, on his shoulder. Yeah, see that? Yeah. You did a really good job.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I might even put this in a little portfolio and take it to work and show it off when it comes before I put it in a frame. There's a guy that he's an artist, but he does like tattoos that he draws too. Yeah, he works for me. So
yeah, tattoos is right up there. Also,
he hasn't started yet. I didn't know this, but you can. I guess apparently he said he got like for Christmas, his wife got him a fake skin kit.
Huh.
So there's like these slabs of I don't know, like synthetic skin that you could practice tattooing on, and he's been like bringing tattoos in and showing me. And
oh wow.
I don't know. You might need a license. I don't know how all that works. I didn't get into that with him.
Yeah, it might be.
But but he's a good sketcher. He does pencils. He doesn't do inks.
Yeah, it was the moment I was thinking about doing tattoos.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
I would not figure you as a tattoo guy. That's interesting.
Because I know a bunch of buddies from the neighborhood that they when they learned that I draw, they're like, "Hey, could you do this for me? Could you do that for me?" And I draw all kinds of crosses and skulls and things like that. Got me thinking maybe I should do that.
Well, how long did you want to go today?
Yeah, I could probably do another 15 minutes or
Okay.
Or another, yeah. All right.
My Yanks play in like about 50 minutes.
Okay.
Like an hour and an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in my recliner. I'm gonna watch
Nice.
the friggin' baseball game.
Hopefully, have a Juan day.
Hopefully, it's Juan's day. Yes.
Yeah, hopefully it's Juan's day.
So, and I don't know if Messi plays this weekend. I have to look. I don't care for the MLS, but I like Messi, so I've been kind of keeping up with the Miami.
We got a few players in the.
They play at 6:30 today. So, Inter Miami or the MLS?
No, not in MLS. We got one in Seattle Sounders. We got one in Timbers,
Portland. Yeah.
We got one in. We got two players in Orlando City.
So I watch so much European soccer and when I watch MLS soccer, it almost makes my eyes bleed, man. So that's what I usually do on Saturday morning. We're streaming now, but Saturday morning is usually because we're on the same time zone.
Yeah.
I get up and I watch, because by the time I get up, all the European teams are playing, right? So
yeah, they're just showing the weekend.
Yeah. But now the team I've been keeping up with, I don't know, but there's a guy named Christian Pulisic. He's an American player. He's probably the best player we've ever produced, but he plays for AC Milan right now. So I've been following AC Milan. Not that I'm an AC Milan fan, but how old are you?
I am 39.
So you're a little bit younger than me. When I was a teenager, AC Milan was the biggest club in the world.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Shevchenko.
Yeah, and it wasn't close. Wasn't even close. And if you would have told me 30 years ago that the best player on AC Milan would be American, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah, probably.
But
that's
here
true.
we are.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we are. And he's not even a goalkeeper because that's what they did to me in Germany. They're like, my dad dropped me off at the local club. Yeah. And they're like, oh, an American. We'll put him. He'll be a goalkeeper. And then they're like, just because he's American, he can't be a goalkeeper. And then I would turn out to be pretty good. I'm like, son of a bitch. So, but yeah, I follow AC Milan. Then we have a midfielder that plays for Juve.
Nice.
Actually, we have two people for AC Milan. We have we have Christian Pulisic. We have a midfielder. We have PSV Eindhoven.
Yeah.
We have a defender there in the Dutch league. So, have you been following this Wrexham stuff at all?
Which stuff?
Wrexham.
No.
You haven't heard of it? Oh, so Ryan Reynolds, the guy that plays Deadpool.
Yeah, he's got a team.
He bought a team. Yeah, so they got a documentary on it, and it keeps coming up on my YouTube feed. I haven't really watched it because it's just soccer related. I don't know if you were keeping up with it.
No. I knew that he bought a team, which was interesting because I wouldn't have figured him to be a soccer player, soccer enthusiast.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good because he's bringing more revenue, more interest to the sport, and to that club. So that's good for them.
That's what I'd be interested in, is to see the explosion of how they handled all the the new interest in the business end of it kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's in everything. He's got a lot of different companies and stuff out. He's got sports thing. He's got alcohol. I think he's got wine or something or a drink. Some kind of vodka stuff. Liquor or something. He's everywhere. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get excited for that Deadpool Wolverine movie.
The what movie?
The Deadpool and Wolverine movie.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching Shogun. The show Shogun.
Oh, I heard so much about that. I haven't had a chance to see that. I do want to watch that.
Oh man, I just watched the episode. The 9th episode is the newest one. I watched it last night or the night before last, and it was so good. It was a great episode.
Yeah, I heard a lot of great things about that. I want to see that. So, I love that actor. The actor that they got.
He's been in a few things.
Good. Yeah, he's good.
Who's he in? He was
in The Last Samurai. He was in John Wick.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's great.
Yeah,
he's got so much attitude, and he's fierce.
I appreciate the athleticism of soccer, but the way I feel the same way about basketball. Yeah, he doesn't like the rolling around, the Suarez, the Luis Suarez aspect to it.
No, yeah, I know. Eric likes his football. If I'm not mistaken, he likes his football.
I am also an enjoyer of college football. Why is he calling me a weeb? Why am I a weeb on Stugel?
Cause Shogun? Is that?
Oh, Shogun, yeah. Everybody in America is watching Shogun.
America is a country of weebs.
Eric is the biggest weeb I've ever seen. Have you go look at his Twitter feed? I like it when he calls me a weeb.
Yeah. That's a funny word.
I
think by definition, I'm a weeb also because I like a lot of manga stuff, a lot of Japanese stuff. Of course, the weeb before Christmas.
As long as I don't care what culture it's from, is good if it's fun and entertaining. Like I watch sumo. Like
nice.
I am a sumo enjoyer.
Sweet.
Follow MMA. I used to, but not quite as much as I did.
Oh, you guys want to see that Jake Paul fight with Tyson?
I don't know if I want to. Eric says I've been getting into sumo because of Leroy.
Yeah, that isn't just throwing your weight around. They got techniques and stuff in there.
Oh yeah, so when we do our streams, because it comes on a way like our time, probably like midnight, so like you probably wouldn't be able to watch it, but I'm second shift, so it's perfect for me. But yeah, I try to explain like the techniques and all that. I don't know if I don't do a very good job. I'm sure I'm terrible, but I try. Dude, this is a lot of rendering. Holy crap!
Yeah.
I feel bad. I feel bad, Elliot.
No, because this is gonna come out. No, because I have no problem at all taking my time with the art because once you're done and once it's finished and once it's out there, it's gonna always be great. And so every time you look back at it, that's great work. And so I'm perfectly fine, and happy with how art's coming out. Yeah, it looks great. I'm enjoying it.
Eric says, I'd like to see NFL linemen go into sumo. I would disagree and say I would like a sumo to be an NFL lineman. I'd like to see the opposite. Because I think some of those dudes from sumo awesome. Would actually would kill it as an offensive lineman in the NFL.
Yeah. Just tell them this is the outside of the circle. Don't let them pass this space here. Hey. Okay.
Eric says he hasn't hit weeb status, but he will later this year. And I don't even know what Trigun is. So
Trigun manga. Well, I don't know what that is either.
I would like to see both, says Eric. They have the skill set. Yeah, I would say.
That is an interesting matchup, though. See a linebacker against a sumo wrestler.
Oh, dude, I feel bad. Like I feel like I'm making you do all this ring.
No, no. This is my choice. This is what I wanted to do. This is the approach I wanted to take to it. I was like, I think if I do this kind of rendering all the way throughout, I think that might work.
Dude, it's absolutely sick. Yeah, oh yeah, I like it too. Should we look up what Trigun manga is? I think we should, just to make Eric.
Yeah.
Well, let's look it up. Eric Mac or Eric von Stugel. Sorry, we got two Erics in the chat.
And they're both weebs.
No.
I'm kidding.
All right, so let's share screen. Take a look. Trigun.
This is a diet weeb.
I mean, I hate to be that guy, but it all looks the same to me. And I know it's not, but it just all looks the same. Well, that's not. That's a little bit more loose than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. It's all Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that what's that? There's Naruto right here, right? That's what that is? Yeah.
I think so.
Sorry, Eric.
Oh, there it is. That's Trigun. What is that? Oh, that character. Oh, Naruto's in Trigun. I didn't know that.
No, it's not Naruto, bro. I'm a diet weeb light. Oh, Chainsaw Man. That was a few years ago, and that was big. I remember that. So that's the guy with the chainsaw as a head, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's an interesting design. I like that. I like that they have the balls to do that. That was pretty nice.
I know it's not all the same, so but that's the joke. It's like with Western style, like there's a big difference between like you and let's say Roquefort, you know, like there's a huge difference. Your lines are much tighter than his, you know.
Yeah, he's good and I'm not.
What's that?
That's the difference. He's good and I'm not.
No, you're good too. You're just good in a different way. You know, like there's this, or Shelby. You know, Shelby's a lot looser than you. How about that? We'll use Shelby.
Yeah.
Shelby.
I love Shelby's things. This stuff is great.
But I can't put you're something you did and something Shelby did next to each other and be like, oh yeah, that looks the same, because it doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Probably comparing somebody to Roquefort is probably not fair. Although right there, that looks like that looks like Roquefort that I'm looking at right there.
Oh yeah, this part here. Yeah, I'm not going to render that at all. I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I like do like a contour line on it, and that'll be about it. I don't want to mess too much with that.
Oof, that's true, Eric. But I don't want to get into that.
What did you say?
Don't want to get into it.
Shelby's about 40. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. That is very true. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I mean, I could also take the approach. I was thinking like like launch an Indiegogo right now, and just use the 10 pages that I have, and then pitch it to the people like that, and then just put on the campaign an estimated date, like 4 years from now, 10 years from now. But like, I don't want to do that.
No, that puts pressure on
want that
yourself
kind of
too.
pressure. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's a labor of
Like,
love for you, right? Like, so just
yeah, because I know that I could do that. I could like actually technically do that. I could get like funds for it, and the funds will like help me make it. But but then the pressure of like working faster because now you have this deadline, and then people are going to want it, and then people like when they don't have it on time, they're going to rightfully complain. No, so I just save myself that hassle and just wait a little bit longer till I get the pencils.
I know what Russ's book, and it's not. I mean, he's not the only one who does this, but like the last one, like it's done. Shadow Kingdom, like it's done. So it shouldn't be too long before it comes out. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. I'm kind of like I've had those streams where we talk about that. I'm over it.
Yeah.
So how come you took the lines out? See what you're doing now, right? You're doing the halberd. So you had lines. Are you gonna like and you erased them?
Yeah. This one I'm like, this part here, like I have the design. Like I have the design in the reference that I have. So like I know where the lines are.
Oh, I'm not. I was just curious on your on your process. How about that?
Yeah, and so I know what the design for that is. So I'm pretty safe on that. Like I just want to make sure that I get the contour right. Then when I did, I'll just go back and then do the designs in it.
Okay.
And it's not going to look anything like it does right now.
Oh, of course, I didn't think it would, but I thought it was interesting that you had erased it out. Like I didn't know if there was a thought process behind it or not.
Yeah, no. I'll probably put them back in there when I'm making it. But yeah, the halberd, I think I might just leave it like that. Maybe a few lines here, but this part will be like that. Because I also want like an illuminating effect to that might overlap onto this area of the shield. So I want to play with that a little bit.
So that means less rendering then.
Yes, and this part here, something like this maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, something like this maybe.
Yeah.
Here. And, to play with the lights and shadows.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've had somebody on drawing. Yeah. I've never really had that a lot either. I always like invited people because to me, this is the funnest part, right? Watching people draw, and that seems to be on the decline. I mean, I was so desperate the other night. I told Von Stugel in the chat, like I went on Twitch and I typed in art because I couldn't find anything on YouTube, and I wish I wouldn't have actually. But I mean, I was just looking for somebody to draw something cool. Twitch is not the place to do that because there's all kinds of weird stuff going on Twitch.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard this all kinds of like nasty stuff going on.
I did not know, and now I know.
Yeah.
Because I was just looking for somebody to draw something like this. So it doesn't have to be a spade, but it could be a whatever. And like, no, can't find it anywhere. I'm like, well, that's the funnest part.
Yeah.
I love draw streams. You never know what conversation will come up either when people are drawing. So
yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's why I like Graybeards. Yeah, they do that on there.
I know, and I hate that I'm at work when that goes on.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And I like this recent show that they did the art fights with. I saw one with Weenie against Dillard. I thought that was pretty interesting. And I didn't see it, but I thought it was an interesting concept.
I wonder if I could talk Ken and I could do a weekly streams called "Who Can Beat Roquefort."
Nice.
Nobody.
Yes.
And he hasn't been doing his sketch streams either. Like I've noticed, I used to watch those when I got home from work. And on the weekends, I could catch him live every once in a while. But...
Yeah, I saw those, and I was surprised by just how loose he is with it. I was like, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's like, yeah, it's like he doesn't care, but then it's like I don't know, he's like just doing stuff, and then like it just magically just comes together, and the end, I'm like, wow.
Well, that's happening here, dude. What you're doing is the same thing. You don't think so because you're actually doing it, but when you see the rendering, you know, when you first saw the rendering, I had to like take a little section you did and put it on there. Now I'm seeing it come together. So yeah, you're doing the same thing. No, not with your lines, but with the hatching. Michael says, "I must break you." That's what Rocafort would say. No, Ken would never say anything like that. What? If we did that, something like that, we should. We could call it "How bad am I going to embarrass you?" That'd be the name of the stream.
Yeah.
So, no, I watch the Finch streams still. Like I'll tune in. I never catch them live, but I watch the replays of them.
Yeah,
but why that one's so good is his wife interacts with the chat while he's drawing. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, moderator always helps like that. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody.
So. Dang, I didn't. You said you were going to do this, but I didn't know, Elliot. I was like, "Oh, you're going." I did something sarcastic about cross hatching. I didn't know you were serious. Jeez.
Yeah, I like it. I like how it's coming out.
No, it's coming out great. So, but I think we're going to end it because I want to take a shower before the Yankees play, and I want to talk to you.
No
privately. So thank you for Amanda for showing up for 2 minutes.
And thank you guys.
Thanks to the two Erics. Michael's in the house. Who else have we seen? Eddie earlier. Immortal Rising. I don't know how long they stuck around, but thank you everybody for joining. If you're not following Eddie, which I think or Elliot, which I think Eddie and Elliot. All the, like I said, the links are in the description below for his YouTube, for his, I hate saying X, his Twitter account. And throw in $5 and get that digital preview. I have it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and we will talk to you later. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys be safe. Take care.